I got really into box sets of wine. It's not a box, though, is it? It's a bag. We all know that. The box, that just slows you down, doesn't it? We all know the bag's in there, and that's the best thing about it, right? It makes it portable. But we're losing out on that because we've decided as a society that it's not acceptable to suck wine out of a bag with a tap on it. I say in 2019 we should give ourselves a break. Allow ourselves to do that, because it's terrifying, isn't it? The world's depressing and terrifying. You look at the news, it's a nightmare, everything happening in America. Do you remember when we used to laugh at old people because they didn't understand Twitter? Look what happens when they figure it out. Fuck me. End of the world. And you go online, it's just as depressing. Facebook is a part of the reason that we're in this situation. Because I was naive. I felt like Facebook was my mate, because it was all about friendship, and your friends were all there. But they're a corporation just based around making money. Of course they are. And in the UK alone last year, Facebook made £847 million, which after tax is £847 million. And none of my other friends behave like that, So, yeah, I'm a bit of a stress head. This hasn't helped that. I get anxious about all kinds of different things. Like my age is one of them. Believe it or not, right, I'm going to be 43 years old in 7 years. Yeah. I know. Comes to us all, doesn't it? The aging process. Quite low self-esteem as well. Very low self-esteem. I have such low self-esteem, right, that I have survivor's guilt towards the sperm that I beat in the race to become myself. I don't know what those guys could have gone on to do, but it's one of the biggest upsets in the history of sperm, as far as I'm concerned. I worry that I'm the Leicester City of jizz. And if anyone's unfamiliar with that football reference, a few years ago, a stag do won the Premier League, and we don't know how it happened, but we know that it did. So I've got to sort it out, right? It's been a while now. I need to move on. Because with every day that passes, my chances of becoming a stepdad increase, right? And if you're a stepdad, fair play. It's a noble thing. But I do not have the self-esteem to be able to handle living with some kid who hates me because I'm not even the guy that abandoned him. I'm not mentally robust enough. I'm growing weird as well. I talk to myself around the house a lot. Does anyone here do that? Yeah? And when you talk to yourself, do you talk to yourself in your own voice? Yeah, because I don't. I counted like 5 the other day. I was just knocking about the flat, and I caught myself going, now where in the hell did I leave those antidepressants? If you're wondering as well, is that guy black or white? I don't know. You know as much about him as I do now, but apparently he lives in my brain. So all I know about him is that he is confident, and I need to meet someone before he takes over. But, this sort of thing's an opportunity as well. I thought I'd try and get out there a bit more, have some new experiences, become a bit more open-minded, become a sex person, Do we have any sex people here? Do you know what I mean by sex people as well? I don't mean people that have sex. Obviously, that's the majority of people. I mean the sort of person where, they have a spontaneous threesome on their lunch break and they're like, you're a weirdo because that never happens to you. Those fuckers. Anyone here have threesomes? That's not me trying to set one up. I should clarify. I mean, I'm not doing that, but at the same time, So people that have threesomes always say the same thing about them, which is like, what it's like with threesomes. They just sort of happen, don't they? And they fucking don't, do they? They really, really don't. I should confess, I have technically taken part in a threesome, but the third person just watched and was a spider. But it's 2019, so we should be as inclusive as possible. You've been absolutely lovely. If you want to find me on the internet, my name is Jim Campbell. If you want to buy an engagement ring or fucking marry me, I don't know. Good night. Mwah.